The phone isn't on! The phone isn't fucking on!
I live in a culture that's so obsessed with memes.
Hello! Welcome to my review of the first 3 episodes of the iCarly reboot. I am exactly in the target demographic for this show because I grew up with iCarly, I love iCarly, and I am currently 19 years old. So, I feel like I'm in the target demographic. Long story short, this show feels like iCarly. It doesn't feel out of place in iCarly, and it's not completely different. It is pretty faithful to the original show, and all the characters are written like themselves for most of the episodes, and, I really like the way this show is written from a comedy standpoint, and most of the time, I really do like this show. But this show suffers from corporate stench. You can feel the forceful, trying to be hip and cool in this show and in its script a lot. And, it's not exactly perfect. Let's talk about all the episodes individually. The first episode is pretty simple. Carly's boyfriend breaks up with her after they were going to start a channel together. And, it goes on from there. She restarts iCarly, and she doubts that she can do it by herself. But by the end of the episode, she does it by herself, and it's all fine. And the side plot is Spencer makes a new sculpture. He tries to impress Harper with it. She's not impressed until the end of the episode, whenever it catches on fire with a not practical fire effect. I think one of the things that made the original iCarly so special is that all the fire, or at least most of the fire in that show, is practical and it's actually on fire. And here, whenever Spencer's sculpture catches on fire, it's just kind of like a shitty fire effect. It's whatever. Shame on you. But yeah, the first episode is pretty tolerable. At the beginning of the episode, there was a joke where Carly makes a joke about Harper's past people she's dated, and it's almost like there was an off-camera checklist of whatever gender you can fucking say. It was honestly kind of funny, but not in the way they intended. I just think it sounded funny and forced. The second episode is probably the most like an original iCarly episode. It is very faithful to the show in a way where you can tell that this is iCarly, and there's not a lot of things in this episode that is forceful. At the beginning, there's a furry reference, and it's a joke about personas. Whatever. I can live with it. The episode otherwise is pretty damn funny. The episode starts with iCarly has been going well, and one of Carly's original haters is back, like Carly 45 or something, and she tells him to meet her at just a random Starbucks. And Carly then unknowingly starts dating her hater, and then the hater stops hating on her, but then she shits on him, but then invites him onto the show, and he does really bad poetry. I definitely oversimplified that, but it's better than it sounds. And the side plot is hilarious. Spencer in this episode is honestly probably my favorite thing throughout the 3 episodes that I watched. He is so funny in this episode. He accidentally blinds himself, and then he acts like he's blind, and Freddie does his chores. It's funny. I think that Spencer's writing in this episode is fucking hilarious, and he's probably my favorite thing about the show in general. Episode 3 has the little sprinkled issues that the first and second episode had, but just all put into one big purple veiny blob. Episode 3 was a struggle to get through. All the problems about trying to be hip and cool all just train wreck into this episode. The episode is about memes. So, here's the plot. I'm going to sum it up in the Spawny way. The episode starts. Spencer has some shitty food on a table, and it's a little party that for the sculpture he's about to unveil, which, by the way, props to the prop department. It is very, very just awesome how cool all of Spencer's like props and sculptures look in this show. They're really, really cool looking, and I'll get to more of that later. But the sculpture he's about to unveil basically becomes a meme because Harper takes a picture of Carly while Carly is vomiting up an old meatball in front of Spencer's sculpture. And basically the meme is a format where the sculpture is like the bad thing and then Carly's vomiting at it. It's a very simple meme format, and the entire episode is about this. Carly starts like trending number 1 on like meme IMDb or whatever the hell Freddie said, and it's just like very, very forced. Spencer then breaks the sculpture that he was going to unveil because now it's like meme and he's not proud of it anymore. So basically what ends up happening is Carly is an asshole because she won't stop the meme. She's encouraging the meme, and it's basically doing Spencer shit on his sculpture. Like Spencer's sculpture is getting shit on the internet, but Carly won't stop the meme. But then Spencer decides to be an even bigger asshole by replacing his entire art exhibit shitting on his little sister. It is just sculptures about like very topical like internet garbage. But props to the prop department. All of the sculptures in this set piece look awesome. I actually really liked all the sculptures that he put together, but they are all shitting on Carly. They are all just shitting on Carly, and it's basically a contest of who can be the bigger asshole. This episode was very hard to get through. Spencer did not act like Spencer. That is not something Spencer would do. Like, unless I'm remembering something wrong, this is just really out of character for Spencer. But now Spencer is like a big rich guy because he made political commentary sculptures about the White House made of marshmallows. Whatever. Episode 3 wasn't good. Next up, I want to talk about the characters, and I'm going to get the 2 I don't like out of the way first. My least favorite character is the child. She has some Disney princess evil name that I can't even remember, and she is just the main issue I have with the show personified. She is internet bullshit, and she's like all about likes and growing her channel, and she doesn't like Carly because Carly's popular, and her subplot in episode 3 just made it worse somehow. Like, in episode 3 she like reinforces cancel culture, or like sells insurance to like not get you canceled. I don't know, man. It was bad. The next character is Harper, and so far Harper is literally just stereotypical sassy black woman. Nothing else. She hasn't contributed anything. Nothing. That's it. Just in the first 3 episodes, she does nothing except sell t-shirts and be sassy. Only women know sell t-shirts and be sassy. Otherwise, the original 3 main characters, that isn't Sam, are Freddie, Carly, and Spencer. And they are all written pretty well, except for that little hiccup with Spencer's character in episode 3. And Carly wasn't intentionally being an asshole in episode 3, just to clarify that. She just wanted to grow iCarly, and the meme was helping a lot. So, whatever. The characters are fine. Of course, I have bias towards Freddie because, he was in the original and stuff. But honestly, I think he's done less than Harper. He's literally just the camera guy again. And now they're on a phone, not camera equipment or anything like that. So, like me. Hello, phone, whatever. The other characters are fine. Spencer is definitely my favorite part. Jerry Trainer is hilarious. And yeah. Overall, I am looking forward to the next episodes being released. Episode 3 is definitely the worst one. Honestly, not good at all. Period. But the other 2 episodes, in my opinion, were enjoyable watches. I didn't hate them at all. They have a few hiccups here and there, but overall, the first 2 episodes are good, and there are some aspects of episode 3 that I do like. And yeah, if you want to watch this, and if you're refraining from getting Paramount Plus, I'd say it's worth it. I'm going to come back. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but they do kind of just immediately write off Sam by saying she went to go hang out with some biker guys in Arizona or some shit. I probably pulled that Arizona thing out of my ass, but yeah, don't get your hopes up for Jeanette McCurdy returning. Literally 0% chance. She said she's never acting again. Don't get your hopes up. But yeah, I'd give it a 6.7 out of 10. Pretty much all my issues are in episode 3. Which, that's definitely the sour apple out of the bunch, but don't let the sour apple ruin your bunch of apples. I don't know. But yeah, that's my review. I'm not completely disappointed. I'm hopeful. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And I don't fuck with no outros.